What's going on, guys? Welcome back to W.D.Y.D CSP. What do you do as a central sterile processor? Alright guys, let's continue with some flexible endoscopes. Today we're going to talk about anatomy. Alright, so there are three sections to your flexible endoscopes that you should know the anatomy of each area of that scope. You have your light adapter, you have your control body, and you have your insertion tube, all with its own separate anatomy. Okay, starting with the light adapter area, you have your light adapter connector, you have your air pipe, you have the electronical connectors that give the scope its power, you have the suction connection, you have the auxiliary water inlet with the actual cap that stays on throughout the entire processing of the scope. It doesn't stay on, but it stays attached. Okay, you have the venting cap, or the venting connector, where the venting cap goes on. You have your S-cord connector. Okay, you have your water supply connection and your air supply connection. Okay, and of course you have your identification plate with your serial numbers and everything like that. Okay, on to probably the bread and butter, or the most known part of a flexible endoscope, and that is the control body. Okay, the control body has a boot before with the universal cord, or the umbilical cord that connects to the light adapter. You have a boot, the control body, and then another boot. On the control body, you have the input buttons that can be programmed for different functions of the actual scope. You have the suction cylinder and the air water cylinder. And then we have the biopsy port, or the instrument channel. And that little color code there is for this specific model of scope, or manufacturer scope, color code so that you can get the accessories that are compatible with the scope. Alright, you have the control knobs, okay? So this little F with the arrow, okay, if it's pushed towards the arrow, it means it frees up the up and down control knobs, okay? Same thing with this knob here, it frees the right and left control knobs. And what is this left and right and up and down? It is how the insertion tube, or the bending section, will manipulate if you operate those knobs. Okay, that's up and down, and that's left and right. Okay, important is that when these are engaged in the lock position, these knobs are hard to turn. You should not force those knobs until you free the buttons and allow for manipulation. Alright, on to, okay, as I stated, this is the boot, and then you have your insertion tube. Okay, and your insertion tube ends up at your bending section. This is the section of the scope that manipulates up and down, left and right. Okay, but at the very distal tip is some important anatomy with this actual scope. Alright, so let me see if I can help you out here with identifying. I'm going to bring my little pin out. Okay, you have your light guide lens. Okay, this is what gives the lighted images. Okay, this is where light's going to emit. You have your objective lens, and then you have your air water nozzle. Now this right here has a little notch in the end, you can't see, but this will blow water and air over the objective lens to clear of debris and or any soils while going down into the section of the body. So this is the air water nozzle right there. You have your instrument channel with your biopsy channel exit, so all your instruments will come out of here. And then you have your auxiliary water nozzle, or channel right here. This is where your auxiliary water will come out to flush the organs or whatever needs to be flushed. So this is all the anatomy of the distal tip of the flexible endoscope, and this is your basic anatomy 101 for flexible endoscopes. It will change depending on the endoscope model and even the manufacturer. So but this is just basic. The three basic sections is the light adapter, control body, and your insertion tube. Alright guys, as always, stay true to yourselves, keep it 100, continue educating yourself. Till next time, peace.